Hi you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is a video I've been really wanting to do because being unbothered and possessing the qualities that help you to be unbothered, to help you to detach, putting so much emphasis and power into other people's perception of you, other people's thoughts of you. I have dealt with so much, both personally, professionally, like you name it. I've been through it. Fake friends, bad relationships, being lied on in a professional setting. It has taken me a really long time to get to the place that I am right now. It has taken me a long time to carry myself the way that I do. Let's get into just some of the examples that I have been through throughout my life that were kind of like eye-opening, shocking, really life-changing. When I lived back home, I worked in a healthcare setting. I was with someone, another coworker, in a room with someone, and that person lied and said that I verbally abused them. Obviously there was a witness, and so when it was being reviewed by upper management, I was still let go. Even with the witness, you guys, I was still let go. I lost my job because of that situation, because of that lie. There has also been another situation where I was accused of not doing the things that I'm saying that I'm doing, that I'm charting that I'm doing. And obviously I had receipts. Obviously my integrity, my behaviors, the way that I carry myself have spoken for me many, many, many times. And then you go into fake friends, how it perceives as if this person has your best interest, that this person likes you, that this person is happy to be around you, but you're getting a different energy and a different vibe than what is being said, than what is being portrayed. The reason why I feel like being unbothered and detaching from a lot of situations are important is because you can't allow the way that other people choose to operate, their lack of integrity, their lack of character, to affect the way that you provide value, the way that you provide a light, and the way that you think about yourself. Honestly, I am a very emotional person. If you're anything like me, we carry our hearts on our sleeves. If we don't like a person, we don't like them. We're not kikiing in their face. And when we genuinely like somebody, we like them. We do things from a genuine standpoint and from a genuine heart. When that is not reciprocated, because sometimes we think that the way that we perceive life should be the way that others perceive life and the way that others carry themselves, and we should all have the same characteristics, the same integrity, the same values. And that's not the case. The reason why being unbothered is so important is so you can protect your personality, the way that you show up into the world, and the way that you feel about yourself, protecting your authentic self. There has been so many incidences where I have felt that, okay, I'm just gonna be quiet, I'm gonna go in, get in, get out, that kind of mentality. I'm gonna keep my head down, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know, we've all been in that space. If that's not you, that's not you. You can't allow situations to make you not you. Honestly, it takes so much effort, so much energy, so much acceptance to be your authentic self. When you find that, you really need to protect it and really need to hold on to it. Other examples of what could potentially make you feel bothered, mind you, you could feel bothered, but the exterior is gonna remain. Some things that could make you feel bothered are obviously, number one, people lying. Number two, slick little sly comments. Love those, get a lot of those. Just overall, when things don't even, when you're just minding your business and people feel a certain way about you, because when you're sure of yourself, when you're confident, when you know who you are and whose you are and what that means to your day-to-day life, what that means to your spiritual life, that bothers people. Your light bothers people. I'm gonna give you some realistic and tangible tips on how to remain unbothered, keep your cool, even if you feel like you're losing your cool, how to remain in a state to where you are in an environment to where it is safe to fully express your feelings, but also at the end of the day, you have to let it go. It's the art of letting go. It's a constant thing. It's not something that you just master. It is an everyday practice because irritations and agitations happen constantly. Even with my current profession and nursing, people are rude sometimes, people are mean sometimes. I have just learned to just inhale, exhale, let it go, protect my peace. I am who I am. If you choose to be miserable for the day, that is your choice, but I am not allowing that energy to penetrate what kind of day I'm going to have, okay? When you start your unbothered journey, people will think that you think that you're too good, that you think that you're better, that you are on this pedestal or whatever else. That is not the case. In reality, we all have problems, we all have issues, we all go through hardships. You're choosing to show up in a better way. You are choosing to rise above the bull. People will swear up and down that they're not worried about you. You're not worried about me, the one that's feels the type of way, talks about me, lies on me, throwing mud on my name. You're not worried about me. Will swear up and down, put it on God that they're not worried about you, okay? Bothered people are bothered. Being unbothered is just gonna make them more bothered. Just choose not to give energy to it, and this is how you do it. Number one, when you walk into a room, you keep your head held high. You walk with a purpose, okay? Because obviously whatever you may be doing, let's say that you're very goal-oriented, your days are purposeful, okay? Whether you're going to the grocery store to get that checked off the list, whether you're going to the gym to get that checked off the list, whether you're going into your job to do your job and go home to get that checked off the list. Do not avoid eye contact. People who intentionally try to bother you, intentionally try to offend you, or intentionally who don't like you, they may be giving you one of those peeping, you know, those peeping looks. You walk into a room and you speak to everyone. Hi, hello, how are you doing? With a smile. That is how I greet a room. It doesn't matter who's in the room. You don't intimidate me. I've already been peeped what you're on, but I chose not to allow it to affect me and allow it to change my personality and allow it to change the way that I show up into the world, because that is my currency. The way that I present myself is my currency in this lifetime. So I'm not gonna allow you to affect what this day could potentially hold for me. Have normal conversations with people. Don't force it. You're choosing not to be secluded, especially if you're an outgoing person, because that's usually what happens when people feel a certain type of way about you because you are outgoing. Usually, don't allow these people to quiet you. They quiet you, they win. That's what they've been wanting to do. They want to take you, they think that you think that you're up here, right? They want to take you down a notch. Do not allow them to do it. Stay right there. Don't come with a forced situation. Just be natural. Be naturally you as best as you possibly can, even when it feels hard to do so. In conjunction with just being naturally you and having conversations, make sure that you're focusing your attention on those who actually give you good energy, okay? And don't do it in a mean girl way to where you're just like singling people out, because that's very obvious. It's very mean girl, and that's not what we're trying to give. We're trying to give authentic, unbothered. This singling people out intentionally is giving bothered. You want to just give your focus and energy into people who are actually positive, people who actually have something good to say, people who actually interest you with their lifestyle, with the way that they speak, with what they have to share. It will naturally help you to not go into your shell, not retract from being yourself. What is it that helps you to feel good for the day? Is it a nice fragrance? Is it a new work attire or a different accessory or a piece of jewelry? Whatever it is, put it on and help to make yourself feel good, because when you feel good, you show up better into the world. You walk with a little bit more oomph. It's just a really good practice to have. You feel good, you radiate a light, you radiate a beauty. Treat yourself to something nice. Help yourself prepare for the day, to tackle the day, and to honestly block off the haters. Confront the subliminals in a very calm, flex way. So what I mean by this is like if somebody says something about you and like, ha ha ha, yeah, you know, whatever, y'all know what them slick comments be hitting on, right? It's done in a way that on the surface, it's not offensive. It's lighthearted, ha ha ha, key. You do this because when you do confront it, they can backtrack and say, that's not what I meant. This is, oh, I was just joking. I was just playing with you. But you know what the underlying tone was, you know what the underlying message was, right? More than likely, from these types of people, they aren't real. They aren't real with themselves. They aren't real people with other people either. When you confront something like, oh, what did you mean by that? A lot of times they'll backtrack, oh, no, that's not what I mean. Oh, okay. And you'll see that you'll receive less and less of those kind of comments because they weren't expecting you to confront them about it. If you have something to say, you can say it. What do you mean? Peep the situation, think about it for a minute, and let it go. Peep it, think about it. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? You always want to protect yourself as far as your integrity, your values, what you stand for, the actions that you do. These people will make it out to be something that it isn't. And you always want your actions to speak for themselves, always. I don't have to defend myself. My character does. I don't have to defend myself. My work does. I don't have to defend myself. It's evident. I don't switch depending on who I'm around. I am a strong individual. I am also sensitive at the same time. So I have had to learn to have this unbothered aspect and carry it with me due to the fact that I care deeply. I have had to practice not caring so deeply about the naysayers and what they have to say, and not caring so deeply about people who values don't interest me. We don't have to like everybody. I don't like everybody. Guess what? The difference between me and those people, when I don't like somebody, I don't intentionally try to diminish their character. I don't intentionally try to portray a certain image about them. I may not like you, but I give you credit when credit is due. It doesn't negate to the fact that you may be a good person to multiple other people. That doesn't take away from that. But the difference between a person like that and a person like them is that they intentionally try to destroy. But you can't destroy what God has built. I'm sorry, but you can't. People hate the fact that you are a strong individual, and you cannot let that change what is so freaking special about you, what defines you, what separates you. Remain collected, remain you, show up as yourself, show up like you belong. It is what it is, right? And I want to leave you guys with that. Don't let the growing pains and what comes with the growth, the negative things, to allow you or dictate what your next move is and how you show up in the world. Make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you soon.
Sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while.